Welcome to Girl Talk. We're shooting on location today at Fitchburg Farm. Such a great place to be. So holiday festive today. Wouldn't you agree, ladies?
Oh, it's gorgeous in here, and just some fresh scents and smells and everything and colors. Sunshine coming through the greenhouse.
What's not to love?
It's beautiful, especially because it has been a little bit chillier, and it's just nice to enjoy the sunshine.
It's nice to feel a little bit warm. So we'll be chatting with them about some of their holiday events they have coming up. But other than that, it's kind of a fashion-heavy episode, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
We have Tia Lynn on from Contours, as well as Casey Plash from Maze Mies Boutique. We're talking a lot of fashion today and that sort of thing. So I wanted to ask you, ladies, have you ever had a fashion misstep, a fashion faux pas, a wardrobe malfunction, as they say?
I tend to be an extremely klutzy person in general, so I spill on myself all the time. And
that should count for something.
Yeah, so I tend to buy things that I know you can throw in the washing machine. Or I keep those Clorox pens handy.
I've seen those. They
work. They work great. Or just, doing the old tricks of the, seltzer water or something like that.
Yeah.
And dabbing. Don't rub it in. I've done that before too. Do not do that. But other than that, that's usually what I run into, is I try to buy things that are not white or cream because they will be ruined.
So at our holiday party, we need to stay outside of the splash zone here for Ellen.
A certain distance.
You're going to have to wear the ponchos, like when you go to the water park and you're going to get splashed. You'll have to wear those from home.
Yeah, no red wine for you at the party.
You've been warned. You've been warned. How about you,
Janet?
Well, as for the faux pas, I guess that's relying on someone to tell you.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? I have had a few wardrobe malfunctions, and actually both of them were bikini tops.
Uh-oh.
Now, this is a family-friendly station, but one actually was years ago in Hawaii, riding in a convertible. I could feel my bikini top just kind of go snap. And luckily, it was just with the company of one person, and I could feel it going before things.
Did it go flying? Okay.
Is that speed?
It's like out of a movie. It's like what that happens in a comedy or something. Yeah. It's like out of a scene.
Was it like a string bikini? Like it came untied, or like literally strapped?
No, it literally broke.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So there was no. Did you have something else to wear?
Yeah, I'm sure there was something else in the car. Yes, but
how about you, Stacy?
Yeah.
For me, it's been, I think, just more the faux pas side of things. I tend to like to dress adventurously, and sometimes I'll do so in hurried fashion, and sometimes I don't realize until later that, maybe that was just
when you're looking back on pictures
So
you always look so great, though. I can't imagine that happening.
Well, thank you. But
if you are unsure what to wear, our next guest will help you with that. We've got Maze Mies Boutique, and Casey's
fabulous.
She's coming up
some
next.
Great tips.
So she'll be able to help you out. So stay with us. We'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming today at Fitchburg Farms right here in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. And we're going to meet those folks a little bit later. They're getting all geared up for the holidays.
I love it.
Speaking of the holidays, that's the time of the year where a lot of women are wondering, what do I wear?
So many events.
Yeah, so many events. And we want something that is chic, unique, it fits well, and comfortable. Unless that's too much to ask, but our next guest says we can have it all.
I love it all. I love it.
Please meet Casey Plash. She's from Maze Mies Boutique. That's in Hilldale. Thanks for joining us today, Casey.
Yes, thank you, Janet, for having us again.
Always
So, I agree. Everything in your store that I've seen is unique. It's comfortable and fits so well. And you brought some outfits to talk about today.
We did. We actually went out and found even a few more new designers that we're introducing for the holiday. So we brought some great examples.
Let's talk about the first one. So it's a blush dress with a charcoal jacket.
Yes, so I really like this because suede is really popular. You're seeing a lot of it in skirts and dresses. This one I like because it's kind of a different color, right? So you wouldn't necessarily think you could kind of bring a pink into the winter. So we have this really pretty blush. And then the charcoal jacket over, which I really think you can kind of keep on, like I'm keeping my red one on, so it becomes a part of the outfit, so you don't have to do the whole take the bulky coat off in the car and run inside. And I really like the necklace too with it, because you wouldn't necessarily want to maybe wear it to work, but then you can put it on over and turn it into your party dress.
I love the necklace, and it is one of those bulkier ones, but even with the coat, which can be a little more bulky, it just really puts the whole thing together.
It does, and none of it
Finishing
is too heavy, so you're not going to feel like you're really weighed down, and you can kind of, again, take the jacket off, take the night. It's interchangeable. So
Looks great.
I just love suede too. I love suede.
It
It's
is
just such a fun texture and fabric.
it
Especially
is.
for
It's
winter.
so comfortable, yes, and creates warmth on a dress.
Absolutely.
We'll take it.
Now, outfit number 2. This is a black and champagne tie neck circle dress, and it's just a really pretty silhouette.
It is. It's a classic. It has a bit of a retro feel, and you're going to see a lot of nude and black still going on throughout the season. I think this is a really nice way to do it. And again, kind of all ages, has some fun detailing, and I think can be really appropriate for a multitude of events, so not so specific just to a holiday.
It makes me think of the whole like Great Gatsby. I'm going
Yes,
to a
very
holiday
much
party.
so,
and,
yeah.
like pop a bottle of champagne in your
And
hand.
it's really great because I don't think you need to accessorize it that much. It's kind of just a standout piece all on its own.
It is.
Yes.
And it's great since it's black because I feel like you can just black dresses. You can wear them all the time.
Your only
Right.
accessory is some good lipstick.
Exactly. Yes,
And we're
very
love
much.
it with that, probably. So let's talk about the sparkles, because I love a good sequin. There's a rose gold sequin wrap dress. I love a wrap dress too.
Yeah, so we brought the wrap dress to show that you can actually take, again, a classic shape, but then add that fun feature of a sequin, which you're going to see a lot of. I prefer this in a smaller sequin. When you put a larger sequin, which you do see some still going on this year, it does tend to add some volume to your body. So if that's something you're noticing, stick with a smaller sequin and a more consistent one like this, where it's all in one color. And the rose gold, really popular this season. It's a really stunning dress, easy to wear and has some stretch to it still.
That's a great tip. I did not know that.
Yeah.
about the
I've never
size
thought
of
of
the
that
sequins.
either.
Yeah, leave it to Casey to.
Yeah, because it's a true fact. So.
That's why we love her.
And speaking of going back to that pearl necklace from earlier, you have accessories in there, and not just jewelry. Well, I guess the necklaces, the earrings, and what else?
We do, and we actually got another line in just now that's handmade, I just want to point out, and we really can match it with any dress. And then we have a really good selection of shapewear and tights. So we have opaque tights, sheer tights, the tights that we always promote that have the sock built in. Now we have ones that have a dress sock built in so you can wear it with heels. So we really can get anybody out the door fully dressed.
Oh, that's right. Let's take a quick peek at your last one. You have a great red coat and dress. We have just a few seconds
Yes, and I
left.
absolutely adore this company. They hand make coats out of California. They are stunning and the fit is spectacular. And this black dress has long sleeves, which we do have a lot of. So, and then you can pair the lighter coat over it. So again, a really good option for somebody who's looking to go to multiple events.
And I can speak for that kind of dress. That Stop Staring is the brand name.
Yes.
That's an amazing dress that looks great on anybody. And that red
It really
coat,
does.
And that red coat, that is just grand.
Yep, and you will be able to wear it for years. It's never going to go out of style.
Very
So.
classic.
Love that.
Excellent.
Alrighty, well thanks Casey.
Yes, thank you so much.
So much fun stuff. We'll be right back right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're shooting on location today at Fitchburg Farms, having a great time here. We're going to talk to them in just a bit. But with us now is Tia Lynn from Contours Lingerie. She's the designer and owner. Thanks so much, Tia, for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So big, exciting news here, Tia. You won Designer of the Year 2016 at Full Figured Fashion Week in New York. That is a huge honor. Congratulations. That's awesome. So what was that like?
It has been an amazing year. The entire experience has really changed and transformed my business over the last couple of years participating in Full Figured Fashion Week. Even to be in the same sentence and to have my designs on the same runway with Just My Size, Ashley Stewart, and Lane Bryant has been really incredible.
That's amazing.
Names
Some
we
big
recognize.
names.
Yes.
Big ones.
That's huge.
The models there are so gorgeous too, and when we've looked at some of the pictures, you see all the different body types and body sizes, but you've talked about full figure, plus sizes. What makes it a plus size?
You know, it's interesting because the average size woman is a size 14. However, most modeling agencies cast their plus size models at a size 10. What's really cool about Full Figured Fashion Week is that the models range from a 10 to a 26.
Wow.
And so there really is a great range, and it's reflective of the population.
Wow.
That's cool.
It's great to have that representation, you know, so people when they are watching, they can see themselves in a setting like that. And there's been a lot of buzz too about being body positive, which, yeah, it has just been buzzing, you know, in the news with different fashion designers, that sort of thing. And what does that mean to you to be body positive?
I think what it really means is to be comfortable in your own skin, and it's the new way of talking about self-esteem. When women think back, they think, oh, I was so perfect when I was 20. But we all know that when we were 20, we didn't think we were so perfect.
Right?
So it's really about taking the age that you are now and, you know, say, if you're 45, don't wait till you're 70 to enjoy it. You know, it's really important to start embracing who you are and the way you are today.
Oh,
It's an
love that.
interesting idea to fast forward. So when I'm 80 and I look back at myself now, you know, all those worries I have right now are going to seem so silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And as a mom of a daughter too, I'm pleased to see the culture going this way and to be self-accepting, because I do believe there's beauty in all women, and we need to accept that in ourselves. So who would you say is your target audience?
I always say it's any woman who's had a sandwich or a child.
What about no child?
Absolutely.
You've had a sandwich?
I've had, that's true, I do love a good sandwich. That's right, I qualify that way.
You qualify.
That's awesome.
So.
Back to the runway, again, looking at some of the pictures, we've seen some great colors and just beautiful design, and I'm wondering if you had a theme or an inspiration in that.
I love contrast. So this year's theme was bold meets sweet. And I did a combination of striking black and white and mixed it with pastels.
I love that.
So
Very pretty.
It was very fun.
So kind of thinking about those runway looks, can viewers go to Contours and get those designs that they could see on the runway? Can they go into your store?
Absolutely. And it really is an all-inclusive brand in that the sizes go from a size small to a size 3. I don't think anyone should sleep with their ex or wear one. And
Good one.
and there are bralettes built into a lot of the styles. They're very, very comfortable and soft. And they're also available on tialyn.com.
Oh, you're so great with the zingers.
Thanks so
Those are
much,
great.
Tia, for coming by today, and congratulations again on your big win. That is awesome.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
So big round of applause for you on that. And stay with us. We'll have more on Girl Talk right after the break.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. As you know, we are filming on location today at Fitchburg Farms, and we have just loved coming here. And this is Mike. You may recognize him from a previous episode of Girl Talk, but now we came out here to Fitchburg Farms.
Appreciate you guys coming out. It's a great day for it.
We love being here, and it is just, we were talking about how it just gets you in the holiday spirit, seeing all these poinsettias and just the beautiful, beautiful flowers. It just, something about flowers does get you in the holiday spirit.
Which
Great
all the
time
red
here.
and green.
That's what it is. I think that's what it is, the vibrant colors. And you might know what Fitchburg Farms is since we've been talking about flowers and being here today, but let's just start off with what is Fitchburg Farms, because you guys do a lot of stuff.
We do. We are fairly new. We've been here about 3 years, and we are a family-owned business. And we generate locally grown plants in our garden center here, and then we have farm activities as well. So that's kind of our thing. But this is our first Christmas we've been open. And
Really?
we grew our own poinsettias here too, which is kind of unique. Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't have guessed this was your first time being open for the winter season.
Yeah, it is for the holidays, first time. Yeah.
Well,
We're
there's a lot
excited.
here to choose from.
You know, poinsettias, I've heard, are not necessarily easy to get to turn red.
You know, it's a very interesting crop. There's a lot of science behind it. I
Yeah.
won't bore with all the details, but they need a certain amount of light and certain conditions to flower up. And they're actually native to Mexico. That's where they originated. So.
And I actually
fact.
found that December 12th is National Poinsettia Day.
There we go.
Get yourself a
We're ready.
poinsettia at Fitchburg Farms.
If you're coming in to get a poinsettia, what are your hours? Especially if folks have to work and maybe come after work.
Yeah, we're open 9 to 6, 7 days a week, and with the exception of Thanksgiving. And then at the end of the day of the 23rd, we close up until next spring.
Oh,
So we
okay.
close for January and February.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So we touched on some of the things that you offer just in general, but are you doing any special activities for this kind of holiday time of year?
Absolutely. We have all sorts of events. We put them in our newsletter, we put them online, but we have workshops. And workshops really engage our customer and teach them how to be successful. So we have holiday greens workshops. We have a big open house on December 3rd. And at that event, we will have small craft activities, free activities for kids. Santa Claus will be here, and we'll have a greens workshop. So how to make your own living urn, with holiday greens and all. So yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff from now through the holiday.
So with that, do you have to bring anything? Do you provide everything, and does it cost anything?
We provide everything. There's no cost for the workshop outside of the supplies needed to make it. And we have a little area right to our left that has all of the supplies, and it's all lined up for the customer, and then we help educate them on how to do it.
Wow, you just show up.
Yeah, it's easy. It's
So
easy.
is that your holiday open house, or is that something different?
No, we have workshops through every weekend through the holiday, and then December 3rd is kind of our open house to the community, and then that's where we have all these events with Santa Claus and all the fun stuff for the kids.
Yeah, well, what were some of the things for the kids specifically?
Interestingly, we have had a very, very successful Easter egg hunt here in the spring. So we're doing a candy cane hunt, and we hide stuff throughout the greenhouse, and the kids just love it. Like we had somewhere upwards of 400 or 500 people this spring for the Easter egg hunt. It's a free event. Kids just love to come out. We have face painting for the kids. We have concessions. We have Santa Claus. There's all sorts of great stuff on that day.
Boy, I loved looking for Easter eggs when I was a kid. I never did a candy cane
That's
hunt.
what I was going to
though.
say. I've never thought of
Did
that.
you invent that?
That's our first for us, yes. Yeah.
Trademark.
Yep, trademark. There you go.
What a great idea. That's great.
Yeah, I love that.
So what about raising money just in general? You do some fundraising too to help
sure.
others.
Yeah, interestingly, we just had a client come in from the Fitchburg Senior Center. We're working with her on poinsettias, but we work with all sorts of civic groups as far as raising funds. So there's different ways to do it where we can bring the plants to the customer if they have it pre-sold, or actually we'll have certain hours where if they help us staff and provide concessions that they can get some of the proceeds. So
That's a great way to do it. Nice trade-off.
Yeah, it works out well.
So, did I hear it right where you'll actually take the plants to the organization that's going to sell them?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll provide them to them. We like to do some with pre-sales with orders, with order forms, and then others we just bring the plants in and they sell them. We pick up. We don't sell. So yeah, it's
That's
a great way to
awfully
make some extra
nice.
money.
Season
Yeah.
of giving
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
you guys. That's great.
It's fun.
And so, with all of the plants in here, this is just a question out
Mm-hmm.
of curiosity. How do you get the different colors? And it's pronounced poinsettias?
Yep.
right?
Poinsettia. That's a good pronunciation. It's I hear both ways,
I
but
was going
it's
to say, I've
yeah.
always been told poinsettias, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, and there's no T in there either. I didn't
Oh.
realize that. It's, well, at the end there, but it's poinsettia.
Poinsettia.
Yeah.
Poinsettia.
That's right. They, it's interestingly, so a fellow named Paul Ecke actually found them in the early 1900s in Mexico. He's from California. And then there's been a lot of breeding done, because they grew in the wild there, to make them more pot-worthy, so they're a little bit shorter and a little bit nicer. In the last 5 years, there's been tremendous breeding for new colors. And if you walk the greenhouse, you'll see everything from Jingle Bells, which is a red with a white splash on it, to Monet, which is kind of a spray-painted pink. But it's really, really unique. But there's upwards of 30 colors total. And they've done a lot of work on the breeding.
You know, every year as a gift, I get this enormous poinsettia.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I decided to put it outside once spring came. I still had it. I put it outside to attract the hummingbirds to my feeders.
Sure.
And it's still going.
That's awesome.
It's not red anymore,
No.
but it's actually a really beautiful indoor house plant.
It's a beautiful plant. It'll last a long time if you take care of it. And one unique fact about it is actually the flower is that little yellow piece in the middle. And that's called the Cyathea, but that's the flower. The leaves that turn color are called bracts. So that the color of the poinsettia is actually a colored leaf. It's not the flower. It's that little centerpiece that's the flower.
Oh yeah,
So,
love
yep.
that.
Yeah.
So, what color does yours look like, Janet, now?
Is this green?
It's just a nice green plant. It looks great though. It's kind of big and bushy and just real robust looking.
Wow.
Most people that went for them over try to get them to flower again, but it's very tricky. They're daylight sensitive, so you actually have to put them in the closet for so many hours a night to make them turn color again.
Pitch black,
Yeah, pitch
no
black,
light.
no light. Yeah.
Oh, so you'll have to try that, Janet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Try it and tell us how it goes.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, exactly.
And before we go here, could you let the folks know where you guys are located if they want to come check you out and maybe just get some grade A oxygen and,
Oh
and
yeah,
walk around?
absolutely. So we're located in Fitchburg. We're right on the corner of Highway 14 and County Road MM.
Yeah.
And you can see us from Highway 14. It's a little tricky getting off the highway, but we have some signs out front, and you can't miss the garden center from the highway. So.
Absolutely. It's a big building.
That's
Can't
right.
Miss it,
Can't
right?
miss it.
Can't miss it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having
you're
us
welcome.
today. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. We love having you here. Thank you.
Again, this is
Yeah.
Mike. He's the owner here over at Fitchburg Farms. And thank you to all of our guests
Yeah.
today. And thank you for watching Girl Talk. You can find us next time only on Wisconsin's 57.